So in this video, we talk about backing changes from the repository, and we'll also talk about the delete and renaming of the files with respect to Git. So I'm going to first start by backing out the changes. Let's just see what are the files available right here. I'll just go down to open up the README file, and I just want to enter some changes. That I want to backtrack later, right? And so I can just go down to the Git status, and I kind of add the README file. So just type in add README over here. Now, if I just do Git status again, you'll notice this has been put into the staging area, and I can just maybe mark the maybe so I just don't really want to commit from the staging area. I just wanted to retrack it back into the working directory. So how do I do that? Now the command that I'm going to use for doing so is going to be git reset the head. I mean, you notice the command over here. I can specify the file to unstages. So let's just go down to the readme.md, and it has been unstaged. If I just open up the code readme.md, you notice the changes have not really been backtracked. Now it's been put into the working directory. If you can just go down here and check its status, this file is still lying modified. So it's not now in the unstaging area. But what if I just wanted to get the previous repository version, and I can maybe use the Git Checkout command then. So I can just type in here Git Checkout and specify the name of the file. As you can see the syntax over here, I'll just type in here readme.md, and if I just do Git status all over here again, you notice there's nothing to be cleaned up here. I'll just go here and open up the readme file here again. And now it's the same file that was previously committed. So I just showed you how to kind of avoid from a working directory you can move it to a staging directory, and then you can decide whether you want to just kind of backtrack it. Maybe the changes that you've done you're not really satisfied with it, and you just want to backtrack it. That's how you can do it using the checkout commands. Now the next thing of course is going to be how to just keep track of the logs. I mean, we've already used logs over here, but we'll slightly git log rather, and we'll slightly improve this log, and I'll just type in here git log with some options. I mean, you can just do git log help, and you'll see there's a lot of options over here. So I'll just try and use some of those options. And to use those options, I'll just type in here git log -- one line. I mean, I just want to see one line of status, like it's going to be one line, just a spell. And then I just want to see a graph of all the checkouts. Want to kind of decorate it as well, and I want to see all the branches that the commits have happened to. So this kind of a one-liner, which can give us a kind of better view, isn't it? You notice that first commit and just a one-liner view, kind of easier. I prefer this always to a git log. I mean, git log is kind of sometimes gets messier. It's kind of too much information. I mean, you don't really all the time want to see author and dates and all that stuff. So you can use this this command. Just bookmark it somewhere, and I think you'll be able to find it easier. Now let's just type something here as well to talk about moving of the files and deletion of the files. There are two parts to this. I mean, you can first move it and then use the git commands, or you can directly move the use the git commands directly. So we'll first use the direct git commands, and then we'll see how do we do it with the the normal commands, and then after use the git ones. So I'm going to clear this. I'm going to touch a new file, call it say demo dot It's written too much demos, so let's call it example.text, and I'll just open it in code editor, just like some text over here. And now what I really want to do is if you see as of now, it's kind of do git status right here. Then it's available as a file. Now if you just wanted to simply rename this, I can issue a command called Git Move, and I can just type in here example to maybe demo.text. Again, I can't really think of any other name right now. Now it says it cannot find, it's not under the version control. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to make this as git add the example.text, and then just reissue the command. And you notice there's no output really means good news at times. And if you just do a git status right over here, you'll notice that there is a new file available now, which is called demo.text. There's nothing like example.text over here. And then we can, of course, to commit this into the repository, I can just type in here git commit, and kind of renaming and enter. And you'll notice right here, demo text has been created. Now, what if I just wanted to, I'll just do it again once more. So I'll just open up the touch example1.txt and code example1.txt again. I'll just write some text over here. Go back and git add the example1.text, do a git status. It's already available in the staging area. And I can just type in git commit -m the example1 maybe, right? So, and then I can just reuse those commands. So I can just type in here git move the example1.text to demo1.text. And you notice again, if I just do a git status, it kind of realizes that what you try to do is kind of a rename of the file. So the rename is done. Now I can issue a command called git commit -m to commit those changes into the repository. So another rename example. I think this is I did this because I just wanted to show you that the Git realizes the rename, and the renaming in your of course application has already happened over here. So it's easier to do it when you do it using the git move command. I'll similarly show you a git remove command as well. So I'll just type in here git remove, and I just wanted to type in here the name of the file, which is, let's consider demo1.text. I just wanted to remove this one, and this kind of output shows that it has been removed actually. Just type in git status. You'll notice it treats this as a deletion, and then you can just type in here git commit -m and deleting the deleting demo text file, some message. And now this is kind of delete mode, and it has been deleted. So that's how you do deletion and removal. But what if you would have done this using the normal commands? So let's just try something else as well. I'm just going to create this file again, and I'm going to call it as touch example1.text, and I'm just going to open up this example1.text, and you notice I just put some message over here. What I'll do is I'll just add this first. So I'll just commit this to the repository. I just made a mistake. Let's first add it. Git commit, some message. I'm not really bothered about the messages now. And so this has been moved into the repository. But now if you just do ls, of course you'll notice that example.text exists here. What if you just don't really want to rely on git move, and you just said instead of git move, you said move the example1 to demo1.text. Kind of a similar thing that we attempted the previous time. But if you just do git status now, you'll notice it doesn't really consider the moving as renaming. It just considers as a new deletion and a fresh addition. So that's what is the bad thing about directly moving the resources. So prefer git move over this, and we can just issue the finish command again. So just type in here. Now this is untracked, of course. So if I just issue the git commit, and you'll notice the changes are not saved. So I'll just type in here git add all, and I'll just check the git status again, and now it just considers that you've kind of tried to remove this, and you can just kind of do a commit to make those changes final. So rename. Now let's just try to do a deletion as well. So I'll just kind of remove the demo1.txt file, and I just specified a wrong option. So forcefully and recursively delete this, and then if you just do a git status, so this has been marked deleted, and you can use the option git commit or git add -u and show a git status. Now I used u because I just wanted to show the git the deleted part as well, and then you wanted to commit the change, you can just type in a git commit -n deletion, and you can do it both ways. But remember, when you use git move and git move, they kind of are easier than these versions, because at least for a remove is considered as a deletion of the file and creating a new one, which it's not a problem when you do git move. Now the other part, of course, is you might have certain files that you don't really want to put it into the repository. For example, I'll just create here a file, call it as touch. I'm going to make it practice.js. I just wanted to use it for practice, that's all. Call it practice.js, and console.log, doing some practice work. Now this doesn't really need a commit into the database. Now if you just do git status, of course, it says you have a file which is lying uncommitted, of course, and it's untracked as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make here a file which is to ignore any of the files that you need. So I can type in here, maybe I should have just created a log file for this. So I'll just move this to a log file. I'll just type in here, move the practice.js to practice.log, right? And just issue the git status again. So practice.log instead of JS. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ignore this file by using what we refer to as git ignore. Now this is kind of a file name that we always use, and I'm just going to open up this in the code editor, and then I can use a pattern maybe, or I can use so code and .git ignore. Now this is a git ignore file. I'm going to specify a pattern. I'm just going to type in here anything which is .star.log. I don't really want to put it into the repository. Now if you just do git status here again, it'll just show you two files, right? Isn't it? It says just the git ignored over here. The practice.log is actually gone. Now because this is a file that has the know-how of what files to ignore, you want to put this into the repository, just this one. So I'm just going to type in here git add star or a dot git commit -n. Just before that, just do a git status maybe, and you'll notice that only the git ignore file has come up here. The practice.log, though it's pretty much there in your repository, has not been put up into the repository. And I can, if I just do a git commit -m, the git ignore file, and I can just push. So there's only one file that has been, I just accidentally did this in a habit of pushing the repository, but I mean the git commit really does the job. So that's kind of about it, isn't it? You notice there is in the repository, of course, now if you just do git status, there is nothing to commit, even though the log file has not been put into the repository, right? And if you issue the git logs command as well, I mean, possibly I'll show it in some other video on how to see the files that have been changed in a particular commit. So that's about this particular video. We've learned how to do a little backing out of the changes using the git reset command, and after reset you can always check out the previous versions. We learned how to rename and delete the files, and we also learned how to ignore the files when we don't really want them. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.